She glanced at their family portrait before closing her eyes. You have certainly caused me a lot of trouble, Hans. I should never have agreed to marry you. Mm. What was that? What is up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for tuning in with me today. Today, y'all, we got us a special game we're gonna be playing because a developer by the name of Not Studios reached out to me and suggested that I play this game because they feel like it'll be a great fit on not only for the channel, but they said since I enjoy Scarlet Hollow so much, this is kind of a remnant of it. And I'm really excited to get into it because I read the description, y'all, and it is a mystery. And not only do I love horror, but I love a good old mystery. Sorry, I gotta be extra. I did read the description, y'all heard right. So I'm gonna read the description for y'all. So the game we're gonna be playing is called Starcult Night Twisted Age. So pretty much it is a dark fantasy visual novel with elements of romance and horror, where a palette of emotions reveal hidden intentions and changes the future. Uncover the mystery behind Sylvia's husband's death after their wedding night ends in tragedy. Y'all heard what I read, right? Y'all heard what I read. So there's visual novel, romance, horror, death, mystery. We decide the fate of the characters pretty much. It's kind of like a choice matter types of game. And y'all already seen what happened with Scarlet Hollow. I regret my decision, but at the same time, for the sake of the game, I don't. So with that being said, if all this sound like your cup of tea, you know, you're like, oh my God, it's speaking to me, all the stuff that I love, then stay tuned. Grab you guys some water, grab you a snack. I don't know how long this is. This is a demo. But by the time y'all see this video, y'all can also play it yourselves. And depending on, you know, how we go, y'all can go get some other storylines, you know, and I can watch y'all gameplay because y'all watch mine. It's only right I return the favor, right? Let me see what ending y'all get. But yeah, grab y'all some cookies. I got me some Nutter Butters, okay? Aside from Oreo, best cookie. And yeah, I feel like I got everything twisted and misconstrued, but y'all get the point. Just get cozy up. Let's get into this gameplay. Let's see what Starcult Night Twisted Age is all about. Let's get into it. I'm excited. Let's get it. Content warning. Starcult is intended for older audience. The game contains scenes. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. What happened? Y'all, I want to start off by saying this things first. Why did I play this game? I'm glad I didn't get too far. I played this game and forgot to hit record. I paused it. I paused the recording to get everything situated because I was having technical difficulties and I forgot to unpause it. So we're going to run it back, okay? That's number one. Number two, with the technical difficulties, I had to turn the audio, well, the music really down or technically muted because it kept having like the staticky sound. So what I'm going to do is just try to match the music as close as possible. It is not a game problem. I'm pretty sure it's my problem because I play my games through an emulator. So I already I already checked the headphones. The headphones is not the issue. It's me running the game through the emulator, whatever, right? So I apologize not only to the developer for that, but also my audience, because y'all can't get as immersed when the creator have their own touch of music, because you know they got their vibe. They know the scene they setting. So I'm gonna have to turn it up here and there just to hear the vibe of the scenario and then match it as close as I can. But yeah, other than that, y'all may miss some funny commentary, but I'm just gonna run it back, same decisions that I made prior, and I hate when I do this, but it's okay. You know, I'm not gonna let it dampen my mood. I'm still excited to play. I'm just not as hype as I was at the start. Okay, let's get into this. Somewhere far, far away exists a world that is similar to our own, but twisted. There's no sun. Instead, mysterious cosmic radiation illuminates the land. These bursts of radiations are known as days, and the pauses between them as nights. Shards of knowledge are scattered across two different classes. The majority of the population consists of commoners. They hold a variety of occupations, including farming, crafting, and serving in noble households. Commoners recognize the authority of nobility and requires their guidance and governance. The nobles are the ruling minority that governs the cities. Power rests with a small group of noble families, and it is passed down from one generation to the next. Once upon a time, a star fell from the sky, marking the birth of a special noble. It was this cat, y'all. The cat was the special noble. Starcult. Sylvia's thoughts. I know so little about this world. Okay, so she's the star that fell. Okay, so that's the only great thing about me having to restart this, because now I can remember again, because I was unsure in some parts, but we about to lock in. I'm gonna make sure I answered some stuff that correctly, you know? My childhood was spent with my parents as part of a noble family. Okay. With my parents, I was part of a noble family. Okay. Our servants took care of my daily life, education, and manners, while my parents were always cold and distant. Okay, so she was born into a noble family. Gotcha. Sometimes we visited other noble families when they were throwing social events. On one such occasion, I was lucky, and Hans Nebula took an interest in me. We danced, and when the ball ended, we began to exchange letters. I knew I had a chance to change my life, so I tried my best not to ruin it. After 2 months, Hans asked for my hand. How could I refuse him, the young head of the Nebula's house? The marriage was planned without hesitation. It was a huge celebration, a ball on the Nebula estate. Many people I didn't know yet. And don't worry, guys, I don't know these people still. I have not been introduced to these people. I literally only had to make 2 decisions, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna let you guys know where I am going in completely blind, so don't worry. Waltzing, laughing, enjoying each other's company, chatting over a glass of good wine, and celebrating the union of families, or 2 families. Hans was a good dancer, as a true noble must be. I was over the stars with happiness, but I couldn't shake the feeling that he seemed nervous. Suddenly, he leaned over and whispered in my ear, I have a gift for you, something special. Don't worry, I'll explain how to use it. The orchestra played their final chord and the dance ended. Hans strolled to the middle of the ballroom. Dear guests, it brings me joy to see you all here. As you know, today we're celebrating my marriage to Lady Sylvia. The crowd erupted into applause. But what good is a wedding without a gift? He turned to Sylvia with a necklace and carefully fastened it around her neck. To her surprise, the jewelry wasn't a beautiful piece of art. In fact, it was a heavy, spiky collar. Don't be upset, darling. This is only the first part of my gift. Hans clapped once, and the guards appeared with a man between them. His eyes were blindfolded, and his arms were tied behind his back. At first glance, it was merely a commoner, but then a strange feeling washed over her. You're giving me a prisoner? The unknown commoner raised his head at the sound of her voice. He felt familiar, but she couldn't recognize him yet. All she could do was stare. A familiar whisper broke her trance. He will be a prisoner until we have educated him, my dear. Then he will become your personal servant. The prisoner gave her a crooked smile. That voice, I know you. Lady Sylvia? Is it true? Is it you? I've been looking for you for so long, Sylvia. It's me, Balthazar. We need to talk. The crowd started to whisper. Here come trouble in the palace, y'all. Hans' smile curled into a sneer of disgust. Silence! Don't you dare speak without noble permission. Take him to the cellar and teach him some manners while you're down there. Oh, the drama. The guards nodded and started to drag the prisoner away. The whole world is in danger. You must listen. Can't you hear me, Sylvia? How could he know my name? Am I already famous as Hans' wife? Who's that man, my love? He tried to turn the commoners against noble rule. Eventually, the townfolks reported him. He was due to be executed, but I bought him for you. After the proper training, you can use him for anything you can imagine. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to save that thought because I just find it interesting. Hold on. I'm going to say that out. I'm going to remember. He doesn't look obedient. How could I control him? With your necklace, of course. You see, All commoners are tied to their own piece of art, often a piece of jewelry or a statuette, but sometimes something more unusual. You just need to discover which object they are tied to and then own it. So that is how our reign persists? I see. The ball continued late into the alpha night. Hans became tired of his guests' attention and masterfully slipped away from the crowd. He always seemed so tired after official meetings, even his own marriage celebration. I worry for him, but also can't stop thinking about that prisoner. Does he really know something, or were they just the lies of a desperate man? Okay, tutorial. Sylvia's choice can affect the relationship with the people around her. You can use the save feature in the menu to explore the story's different paths at your own pace. Okay, at this point, y'all, this was my first decision, and I already saved it into my thing. As you can see, I did that at 19:01 o'clock. So I'm not going to save it again because it's already there, because I didn't have any other decision before that. So, and my first choice, I decided to go to Balthazar. And the only reason why I decided to go to Balthazar, because we already know that Hans is going to be murdered based off the game description. I want to get into the information of Balthazar. Why? How do we know each other? Why do we know each other? You know, it's giving very much Slay the Princess at this moment. And y'all know I didn't finish that game. So I want to, you know, go to Balthazar. But my thoughts of what I was going to say is, it's kind of interesting how my husband Hans bought Balthazar, because I kind of feel like, was he meant to buy, you know how the stars align type of situation? Was he meant to buy Balthazar? Because how is it you get this one prisoner out of all the prisoners you get this one prisoner who felt like they knew me to become my servant? You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's go find Balthazar. Depending on our outcome and how long this demo is, we may go back and travel the path of seeing what my husband was up to. You get what I'm saying? But right now we're gonna stick to my first choice that I had. Hans will be fine left alone with his thoughts. He's used to it after all. But as for that prisoner, who knows how long he'll stay alive if he keeps courting trouble. I still can't remember who he is, but it seems he knows something important about me. I must talk to him before it's too late. She made her way through the crowded ballroom, then crept down the state-long corridors until she found the cellar stairs. A dim, damp stone passageway led her to a long row of cells. They'd housed prisoners in the past, but nowadays they were used for wine barrels, cheese wheels, and other wonderful delicacies. The prisoner must be in one of the cells, but which one? Soon, a dim gaslight allowed her to see two figures at the end of the stone corridor. Guards. They might have some questions. I'll have to use my persuasion skills. Halt! Who's there? Oh, it's you, milady. Good evening. What brings you here on such a special occasion? I must see the prisoner. His words in the ballroom disturb me, and I want him to explain himself. Very well, milady. He might be dangerous, so stay close to us, and don't come too close to the grate. Of course. You're a brave one, Sylvia, coming here in spite of the warnings. Your relationship with Balthazar increased. Now look at this handsome man, y'all. When I first seen his face, I was like, he's giving Kite. He's giving, what's his name? From My Hero, Erase Him. Professor Azawa, I forgot his name, but yeah, he was giving it. Anyway, this is a work in progress feature. Okay. How do you know about my name? Have we met? Before I answer your question, I ask you to answer one of mine. How do you feel about your husband? Okay, and with this one, I'm going to explain my choices because, you know, I already made my decisions, but I'm going to explain why I'm picking this. I chose one, I have a deal with him, because at the start of this, when she first initially told us about meeting Hans, it didn't feel like she was in love with him. She saw him as a meal ticket, I guess, even though she came from a noble family herself. That is what I'm confused about. It's like you wanted to start with a new life or whatever, but I'm just trying to understand why, if you were a noble family, he's a noble family. It's not like she's a commoner and she's trying to get into the noble family. That's why I'm confused as to why, or that's why I was confused in my previous time, the first part of me recording this. I was confused because I'm like, was she not a part of a noble family? Why is she trying to act like she's trying to get out the hood and get the glitz and glam lifestyle? But I remember she was already a part of that lifestyle, you know? So I don't feel like she loved him, but I also don't think she's scared of him. But at the same time, we haven't had much interaction with Hans. So I feel like it's just a deal. And they got married after 2 months. So I'm not really getting I love him or, anything from that. So I'm gonna have to go stick with my original. I have a deal with him. Hans is my partner in a deal. That is all. So it's just a deal. Of course. I know them guards like, wait till we tell Mr. Hans about this. And you have no feelings for him. And I chose I don't know yet because once again, I'm just going based off my girl. Okay, I'm going off my girl Sylvia. She from the very start wasn't giving anything. Like even when I chose to go check with Balthazar, she's like, oh, I'm worried about Hans, but she also is used to him being a loner type of thing, So I don't know yet. It's far too early to be sure. It would not be wise to jump to conclusions. These things take time. That makes sense. Even though they got married like within 2 months of just sending letters to each other, but it takes time to figure out if you love this person. If you are satisfied with my answer, I'm still waiting for your answer to my question. Oh, yes, your question. We met, but in another life. Well, I guess he's just crazy, but still, he feels familiar to me somehow. Really? And what were we doing in that previous life? Were we both nobles, or maybe we were gods? Yes, exactly. Gods. You could call us that. He's definitely delusional. At least he doesn't seem aggressive. So, let's see where this goes. And what were we doing as gods? Ruling mortals, enjoying endless feasts and pleasure? No, not at all. We were hiding. He's definitely crazy. But why does it feel like there's strange truth to his words? I'm sweating in spite of the chill stone walls. I just can't stop myself asking for him for more. We were hiding. From whom? He waited for Sylvia to come closer to the cell door. She was so intrigued that she leaned in without hesitation. Whispers. From the black holes. Look at those eyes, y'all. And I'm getting jump scared again. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that audio? That's why I had to turn the music off. A wave of agony flashed through her head. The black holes? Why does it sound so familiar? Did I see something like this in a dream? Clutching her head in pain, she stumbled away from the door and fell to her knees. Oh, wait. Are they both stars? I'm just putting that together now. Her vision dimmed. She was close to fainting because they said that night a star fell. And then they started talking about how she was being raised in a noble family. I think I caught something. And where does this terrible fear come from? She closed her eyes in an attempt to calm down and reclaim control of her body. You filthy bastard. What have you done to my lady? I gave her a pinch of truth and nothing more. We'll show you the truth. Come here. She heard the sound of the cage door creaking open, and then ruthless blows landing on flesh, swearing from the guards and muffled moans of pain. Can you walk, my lady? May I help you reach your bedroom? She opened her eyes and felt a little better. It's fine. I can go alone. Please don't worry. Are you sure? She didn't answer, but just pushed his hands away and walked briskly back to the cellar stairs, all the way to her bedroom. She tried her best to calm down. But even after reaching her sanctuary of safety and closing the door behind her, her hands were shaking. She took some pills in hope of soothing her racing mind and didn't bother to undress before collapsing onto the bed. I wonder, will Hans join me soon, or will he work until beta day this time? She waited for him, counting her breaths and feeling her heartbeats finally slow. When she gave into sleep, he had still not appeared. When she opened her eyes, she was surrounded by stars. As she tried to focus her sleepy sight, she saw a human figure among them. So, you finally want to know more? I can sate your thirst, but first, we must train you. As an artist, you perceive the world differently, more deeply than others. You have a bright, associative imagination, so you imagine emotions as colors of paint. Before being used, those paints must be placed on a palette. Are you listening, Sylvia? Yes, of course. Good. Joy becomes yellow, anger is red, fear is purple, and sadness becomes blue. These are the basic emotions you will encounter throughout your journey. With them, you can change the outcome of your conversation. All right, y'all, and this is where I left off at. All right, this is when I realized, I was like, let me check my recording, let me make sure everything going smooth, and boom, I was never recording. And I'm going to check it now just to make sure. Yes, we're recording. Okay, so beware. You can only use your control of emotions to influence conversations when you can see the eye socket. So y'all see how we grab one of them colors. I don't know if it's, because you see how this is the only color lighting up. I'm assuming that's the only color we can grab, and they'll change it from there. Okay. Obviously, it's better when we play, we'll get an understanding. But enough of the boring theory. Let's have some fun. Ask me something by using your emotions. Okay, so hold on. What should I ask them? So the original is about his past, about his plans. So if I choose happy, is what was our relationship? Can we be together? If I choose angry, why are you lying about your celestial background? What are you plotting? If I choose fear, isn't it horrible to hide eternally? Are you going to die soon? And then if I choose sadness, how long have you been looking for me? Is it lonely in your cell? And I'm not going to end the tutorial, so because I need to know how to play this. Okay, I'm kind of torn because I kind of just want to straight up X, but I feel like I clicked on the color, so I have to pick something. Can we be together again? What was our relationship? Okay, let's see. What was our relationship? Joy can be used to change the topic from an uncomfortable one or to play the fool as a distraction. Okay. It was bright and passionate. Were y'all a couple? Don't you recall that, Sylvia? Don't worry. We'll have a chance to restore your lost memories. But for now, is there anything else you would like to know? Hold on. Let's be original. Let's be more original. Ask something else. Winks. Yes, that was fun. Yes, I want more. Then go ahead. I'm all yours. Winks. Don't be flirting. Don't be flirting, because if Hans pop up. Okay, let's ask about his past. Hold on. That's boring. Come on, use an emotion. Fine. After all, what have you got to lose? You will gather more of those cute, colorful emotions later, I promise. There's no deadly consequences. Now. Oh, not now at least. Winks. Okay, let's see then. He wants us to use one of our emotions. Let's do angry. Why are you lying about your celestial? What are you plotting? Yeah. Anger can be used to relieve your stress or express your strong personality. Me? Plotting? No way, Sylvia. I'm just a poor prisoner given to you as a wedding gift. Soon I'll prove I can be useful. But besides that, what else do you want to know? I got more questions. Hold on. We're gonna be here all day. Let's go into sadness. How long have you been looking for me? How long? Sadness can be used to make others pity you or simply open your soul to those you trust, okay? It feels like it took forever, but it's difficult to estimate precisely. The whole concept of time works differently in the void, you know? I'm fascinated you asked that. I see you're interested. Do you want to know anything else? Let's hit him with this fear. Ooh, are you gonna die soon? Is it horrible to hide eternally? Isn't it horrible? Let's ask him, is he gonna die? Fear can be used to act on your primal instincts. Because I'm jailed in your cellar? No, Sylvia, I'm not gonna die. At least, I'm not planning to. I'm glad you're worried about me anyway. Besides that, is there anything else you wish to know? Is there anything else we wish to know, y'all? What's the sketchbook? What is this? Relationships. Oh, okay, so we don't know anybody else. This feature is not okay. Yeah, that's what they were talking about. Gotcha. Glossary. Oh, thank you, because I was wondering. I'm like, okay, we have the Nebula family, the Nobles, Alpha Knight, and Beta Day. Okay, I'm so glad you added this glossary because I was literally trying to remember everything. Okay, let's ask one more question. one more question. It was something I did want to ask, but I forgot what emotion it was under. Let's see, can we be together again? Joy can be used to warm feelings towards someone or support them. Okay. Together. I knew you remembered me. Did the stars on my body give you a hint? Sir, I didn't even pay attention to them stars until just now, till you point them out. They've always been there? Never mind. I'm happy to hear you don't hate me. Do you want to know me even better? Now I kind of want to ask him every question with all the emotions. Come on, let's do it. Why anger can be used to provoke someone into giving more information. Oh, he angry. I am not. Look at her face. I asked was he lying about his celestial background, and it got real. How dare you say something like that after you were there with me? In any case, would you like to talk about something else? I mean, if I don't remember, why are you mad at me? Isn't it horrible? Fear can be used to protect your psyche from trauma. Yes, it is horrible indeed. So that's why I'm here, to change my life. And to warn everyone about the great danger. I'm glad you are aware of that. But is Hans the great danger? Or is the noble family the great danger? This is the last one I gotta ask, emotion-wise. Isn't it lonely in your cell? Sadness can be used to hide your true feelings or to appear to behave as society expects you to. Okay. Why? Do you want to join me? No? Or you just haven't decided yet? Just kidding. Don't mind me, Winks. They were lovers in a past life. Is there anything else you want to know? I think that's it. Unless you're going to answer this question for me without the emotions. Okay. No need to keep repeating yourself. You want to skip my boring lesson. You can always come and chat with me later by using the load option. He came closer and whispered in her ear, I hope you save before this choice. Oh snaps, I didn't. Can I save now? At that moment, her conversation partner transformed into something else. What is that? Something inexplicable and eldritch? What's going on? What is this? Is this Balthazar? Your relationship with unknown increased. Sylvia can gain an understanding of the true nature of the world and of herself. She does this by building her relationship with the unknown. Suddenly, a distant voice called her name. Milady, Sylvia! Who's calling me? What's going on? Milady! Oh, it was just a dream. She lay with her eyes closed for a moment as she returned to reality. That scared me, y'all. It doesn't help because the music is turned off, so I was not expecting anything in the silence. But I just realized it turned to beta day, so we slept overnight. Milady Sylvia, it's your husband, Hans's. It was a horrible beginning to beta day. Dang! What happened to him? Oh Lord, Hans, half of his face is gone. No one knew how or why, but Hans was dead. My maiden, Cassiopeia, our butler, Gilbert, and I tried to save Hans' life, but his wounds were fatal. How were you going to save his life from that? The wounds were caused not by a man, but by a beast. Oh, go check on Balthazar. Is he still in there? I spoke to all the estate residents, desperate for any clues. No one could explain to me how such a feral creature could break into such a well-guarded place. My dear Hans, you were always busy. Even in this painting, you're sitting with your papers. What's this beast back there? Smiling not at me, but at your own thoughts. But I'm no different from you, Hans. I, as an artist, painted this picture while posing for it, after all. I wouldn't trust anyone else to paint us. Okay, so she's truly an artist. I thought that was just a trait. You gained some sadness, +1. Aww. Sylvia placed a hand on her husband's portrait. Don't worry, Hans. I'll find out what really happened to you. Suddenly, footsteps approached. Oh, she is Cassiopeia? Is that how you pronounce it? She's so pretty. I like her. Oh, Sylvia, couldn't you sleep either? I don't blame you. My heart still refuses to slow. But don't worry. The police officer will be here before long. There's police in... Well, yeah, obviously there's police in her world. I heard he's handsome. Girl, she just lost her husband and you trying to... What are you saying he handsome for? For your sake or for my sake? Or should I say for Sylvia's sake? So, tell me. What are my chances? You can change Sylvia's dialogue option with the eye socket. How should I react? Make her see reason, tease her. Oh, I'm sad. Change the subject, flirt with. I can flirt with. My husband just died. But I kind of want to change the subject, but I kind of want to flirt. I kind of want to flirt and I kind of want to change the subject. I'm not going to lie. I am mourning right now. But I could kind of flirt with her to get some I'm kind of torn here because if I flirt with her, what if she doesn't feel that way about me? Because she already talking about a police officer, right? What if she doesn't want to flirt back and she now look at me as weird because it's like your husband just died and you flirting with me? You get what I'm saying? But then I could probably, if she do fall for the flirt, I can probably get some information out of her. Let's flirt. Cassie, I'm gonna call her Cassie for short. Do you really need another man? Are you jealous? I knew you wanted him for yourself. You misunderstand me. I'm not gonna let anyone take you from me. I want to keep you all to myself. Wow, I can tell you're serious about this. I see. In that case, milady, just know you'll have to work hard to win me over. When have I ever shied away from a challenge? Strong words. We'll see if you can live up to them, milady. Cassie Globula, my maiden. She's such an annoying person. She's my best friend, even though I just flirted with her. But yeah, I don't get annoying vibes from her. She's my best friend. Since we first met, we have been closely aligned. Your relationship with Cassiopeia increased. She really knows how to help me fight my anxiety. You gained some joy. See, look at that. Sylvia will gain emotions during her conversation with other characters. Someone knocked on the door. A brief pause. The butler entered the room. That's the butler. Hold on. Wait, it's only one me. It's only one me. I can't flirt in front of Kathy. She gotta go. He bowed respectfully before speaking. Milady Nebula, Detective Shard has arrived. Please, show him to the drawing room, Gilbert. At once, milady. I won't distract you further. Then, I'm sure you'll appreciate some privacy. Besides, I must prepare my own plans for this evening. Winks. What is going on? Along with her thoughts at last, Sylvia left the bedroom. Narrow corridors led her through the house. She hated the long, windowless corridors. There was something eerie about them. Finally, she reached the drawing room. All right, Sylvia, get your thoughts together. You need this detective's help, even if he is a commoner. So, tell him what he needs to know, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. You look like Taylor Swift when she was, what song was that when she's like a circus or something? Or a ringleader? Good afternoon, my Lady Nebula. Please accept my condolences for your terrible loss. Thank you. Detective Matthew Shard is at your service, milady. Sylvia held out her hand and Matthew kissed it. You may call me Matthew if you wish. She smiled at him. It was a smile she had cultivated over the years. And took a step back. What's wrong with his hand? Welcome to Nebula Estate, Matthew. Please, won't you take a seat? Indeed, he's handsome. Cassiopeia wasn't kidding. Milady Nebula, I appreciate your hospitality. Let's get started. I have a few questions for you. Ah, no, Gilbert is handsome. If they let me flirt with Gilbert, I'm flirting. Wait, is he suspecting me? Oh, my dear stars. I hired him for a different reason. Calm down, Sylvia. You shouldn't draw too much attention to myself, because that could lead the investigation down the wrong path. Yeah, chill out, Sylvia, okay? You don't need to be freaking out for no reason. Sylvia nodded silently with a polite smile. His interrogation continued into beta night. Okay. And my last question for today. Do you suspect anyone, milady? Ooh, give him nothing more, share my fears, impress him. But I kind of want to see what it looks like, flatter him, ask for legal protection, brag about my wedding gift. Okay, so that's how you release it. Perfect, okay. But what is our fear? Should I click on that just for the sake of knowing? Because what did it say when it was yellow? Ask for legal. Let's share my fears. Let's see. There's no one I suspect, but I fear for my life. After all, that monster, or whoever it was, could still be lurking nearby. You gained some fear. Do you not trust your own servants? Should the guards be replaced? Unfortunately, I don't think any guard could handle such a creature. I see. You need to rest, milady Nebula. I apologize for the long interrogation, and thank you for your time. Now, I must go and question the other residents of the estate. I guess I said too much. Now he'll think I'm crazy. In the future, I need to be more focused. Such a horrific crime. The killer must be punished. After all, my husband was murdered, and I could be a suspect too. She was distracted from her thoughts about the future, but the butler's footstep. I think I read that wrong. I don't know. Look at my man, Gilbert. Milady Nebula, I see you have finished speaking with the detective. You better not have killed him, Gilbert. Okay? Don't do it. I must inform you, he will be staying on Nebula Estate tonight. What? Who asked me? He apologizes for the inconvenience with all due respect, but he trusts you will understand why it is necessary. It will be too dangerous to travel back to town by the time he has finished his interrogation. A few questions. Why must he stay? Why is it dangerous? Who allowed him to stay? Exactly. The detective is allowed to remain on the estate. I do not recall discussing such permission with him. That is because the permission came from your mother-in-law, Matrona Nebula. I want to know, is that first lady, like at the very start of this? I should remind you that Matrona Nebula is now the official head of the Nebula family. Vivian, of course. She always was the head of this household, even when Hans was alive. And she has always disliked me. I have a few questions. Why is it dangerous? Why must he stay? Okay, so no feelings. Why does he need to stay any longer? Well, milady Nebula, Matthew Shard is the most thorough detective. He intends to collect all possible evidence, talk to all witnesses, and inspect the crime scene, among other things. Therefore, he will stay here until his work is complete, after which we can continue to live in peace. But he informs me that nobody can leave the estate before then, due to this being the scene of a grave crime. So I'm right in thinking that we are all suspects in that case? I believe you are correct, milady. I don't want to ask why is it dangerous, because we kind of know, but I kind of want to just say for the sake of the game, just to see what's going to be said. You say it is dangerous for our detective to leave. Oh, no, I didn't catch that, so I'm glad I clicked that. Why is it dangerous for him to leave? Why is that? The detective does not seem like someone who would easily be scared. He is hardly likely to be devoured by wild animals on the short trip back to town. No, indeed, milady Nebula. But I was referring to the cosmic weather forecast. You may have forgotten it all, the excitement, but tomorrow's Alpha Day. You know how dangerous it is for anyone outside on such days, even for commoners like Matthew and I. Oh, you a commoner? Of course. So, no drawing in the garden tomorrow. That is correct, milady, for your own safety. But don't worry, Cassiopeia and I will work together to create the perfect schedule for you. I do not doubt it, Gilbert. At your service, milady. Something in his stance made Sylvia wonder if Gilbert was hiding something behind his back. She glanced in the mirror to try to see what was the butler concealing. What could it be, I wonder? He noticed her searching gaze and took half a step away from the mirror. What is going on, Gilbert? Are you hiding something? Ah, milady Nebula, you have sharp eyes indeed. He moved aside and revealed the dog sitting patiently behind him. I found this puppy wandering around the grounds. Ugh! No, that dog looked like a human. That dog looked like his name should be Sally. Or Sarah. One of the two. He looks so much like my old pet John. Oh, John, I had not realized until now just how much I miss my old companion. You gained some sadness. I thought you might appreciate some extra moral support at such a trying time. Thank you, Gilbert. Oh, by the bright stars, how sweet is he? Where your white fluffy dog at? Is that the I hope you're not comparing this dog to that white dog. I hope you're not. Is he really just a puppy? He's so large. Despite his size, he's still just a child at heart. I assure you of that, milady. Sylvia nodded, satisfied with the answer. She looked at the puppy. I shall call you John too, in honor of my old companion. I would love to spend the rest of the evening playing with you. But there is so much I must attend to. As a noble, Sylvia must plan her schedule for each day. As of today has already passed, she only needs to decide how to spend the evening. Okay. Now we got a schedule. It says, click to continue. This morning I found Han's body. Afternoon, I talked with Matthew. Okay. Press to approve. It says, choose activity for the evening. I can't wait to play with John. I must try to find some more evidence in Han's diary. Ooh, wait, can I save here? I'm saving, like I'm gonna go back in this gameplay. Who knows? I may do a special one and come back and do the opposite choices. I think let's play with the dog. Yes. I've made my decision. Matthew's interrogation was exhausting. My new pet needs attention. I can't ignore that. Besides, I need to relax and take my mind off things. Yes, of course, a brutal murder was committed, and I am as much of a suspect as anyone on this estate. But I need to take a mental break from time to time if I am to be successful in my quest for answer. Still, it's best not to expect a quick resolution to the case. Matthew's investigation could drag on. She looked at the puppy with a serious expression. This dog, I'm not really liking how this dog face look. It's giving too human. Nah, I don't like it. It's giving me chills. From now on, your name is John, and you are a part of my family. Please, make yourself at home, but be sure to behave well. If you will assist me, Gilbert, we need to find a bowl and make sure he's well fed. Right away, my lady Nebula. Your relationship with Gilbert increased. Oh, that's a human. That's Hans. That's Hans reincarnated as a dog. Sylvia's introduction to the new family member went very well. This puppy behaves just like my previous pet, even though he looks a little different. Okay. The evening flew by in a blink of an eye. By midnight, Sylvia is lying on the bed, her arms flung out on the side in exhaustion. John was very playful, so Sylvia lost track of time. Sometimes this is all one needs to be happy. You gain some joy. I like how we'll gain some sadness and then we'll gain some joy. It was a wonderful meeting, my friend. Stay here. You can sleep at my side. Oh no, where is your water bowl gone? We must solve this problem right away. I won't let you die of thirst overnight. What should I do? All right, I'm not gonna lie. The developer did give me a little hinty hint, and I'm gonna call the chambermaid because I want to see what's about to happen. Sylvia reached for the bell on her nightstand. Ding, ding, ding. Woof. I used the spell to call my chambermaid, Willow. Did we meet Willow? I don't think we met Willow. There's no need to worry, John. John's face showed disapproval. Your relationship with John decreased. What's wrong with that? No approaching footsteps were heard, but the servant suddenly called to her through the door. Milady Nebula, did you ring for me? Yes, Willow, please come in. I have a small task for you. Willow appeared in the room and closed the door silently behind her. Oh my gosh, she scared me. Why are you blue? Are you sadness? Willow, this is John. He's a new resident of this estate. Willow performed an elegant curtsy. It's a pleasure to meet you, Master John. I'm Willow, Milady Chambermaid, at your service. Woof woof. Willow, could you please bring John a fresh bowl of water? At once, Milady. She's pretty too. She disappeared from the bedroom silently as she had entered it. Willow is an excellent servant, even though she can appear shy and timid. She is also a good listener. Did he move away from me? Her pale, almost blue skin makes her stand out from the other commoners. She looked like the Gross sisters from Proud Family. She may have experienced hard times before she began working at the Nebula estate. My father told me that every commoner has a physical flaw. It's usually something related to minerals. Gilbert, for example, has a gem where his left eye should be. Okay, I saw that, but I just thought maybe it was a glare of how the developer drew his face, so I didn't make a comment on it, but I saw that, so that's a gem. Got it. Matthew has puppet-like fingers, and they are blue. Okay, I saw that. So the commoners have some little flaws. Oh, got it. There must be something more significant than just a birth defect behind such things. However, commoners tend to avoid this topic, treating it as something scourgeless. Perhaps I should ask Gilbert about that next time the opportunity arises. She was lost in thought when she felt someone staring at her. What? Please? It was John. Ew! Their eyes met and he smiled. No, see, I knew something was off about this dog. I knew something was off about this dog. Look at the hair. You can't tell me these are pigtails. Or even if we ignore the ears being pigtails, this is a nice little hairstyle that the people used to wear in the 1900s or something. No, exactly. I'm scared with you. Sylvia jumped out of bed and pressed herself against the opposite wall. John watched her with twisted, hideous grin. A sudden knock on the door broke the spell of John's stare. It is I, milady. I brought the bowl. Drown him with it. Please come in. Willow put her silently in the bedroom and placed the bowl in front of the dog. John approached the bowl and immediately started lapping up the water, just like a normal dog. Sylvia was staring at him, watching for an unusual behavior. Is there anything else I can do for you, milady? I'm about to ask her to take this dog away. But I don't want him to attack Willow. I don't want her to get attacked. I don't know what to do in this situation. Because, I mean, if I ask her to take him away, it's not like it's going to like, how much detail would I be going into, first of all? And second of all, why would she even need to explain what she saw? But then she probably questioned, why would you have me bring water for him if you're going to tell me to take him away? No, take that demon away. I'm sorry, Willow. If anything happened to you, my bad, all right? My bad. This is the beast that attacked my husband. I know it. Yes, Willow. Could you take John out of my bedroom? I feel like it's not a good place for a dog to sleep. As you wish, milady. Master John, have you sated your thirst? John looked up at the maid and sneezed. Did he just answer her question with a nod? If that is all, milady, may I leave? Yes, that's all, Willow. Thank you and good night. Good night, milady. Yeah, get that demon dog up out of here. She opened the door, letting John leave the room first and following after him. And you better not do nothing to any of my people out there, because I will. I will, Sally. I will. As the door closed behind Willow, Sylvia exhaled loudly and lay down on the bed. The vision of unnatural smile was stuck in her head. Exhausted, she quickly fell asleep. But in the dead of night, Sylvia opened her eyes. Please don't let this dog be in front of me. Oh gosh. To find herself floating in outer space. Stars surrounded her. In the distance, two black holes were spinning around each other. Where am I? Is this a dream? Yes, this must be a dream. It can possibly be real. Welcome to my humble world, darling. That voice. Is that Balthazar? Hans? How is this possible? Oh! Look at Hans. You gained some fear. Dead? No, darling. That's where you're wrong. I prefer to call it changed, but that's not so accurate either. If Sylvia obtains 3 emotions of the same type, she enters a state called emotional madness. The madness emotion will be applied automatically to her next dialogue choice. Sylvia will not be able to obtain any further emotions for her palette until her emotional madness has been consumed. Oh my. I must tread carefully. My life is on the line. I must run. I must run. Oh wait, let's see. Okay, these are all fear. Oh, that's the only thing I can click on. They all say the same thing. I got scared. Sylvia tried to run. There was no ground beneath her feet. The young noble was merely floating in a vacuum of outer space. She tried to scream, but suddenly her lungs were empty of air. So much had happened to her. This was the final straw. As her eyes widened with immeasurable horror, what is going on? Her body was seized by convulsions. Is she dying? Her exhausted heart gave up its rhythm. Overwhelmed heart, death ending. This is the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. We hope you liked it. Wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta go back in. Let's just go back in from the diary. Let's get the diary part. Yes. I've made my decision. She looked at the puppy with serious expression. From now on, your name is John and you're part of my family. Please make yourself at home, but remember to behave yourself. But I must put Hans first tonight. I still haven't checked his diary for clues. Oh, look, I made him sad. Gilbert, please look after John. I'm afraid I'll be busy this evening. Your relationship with John decreased. Oh, okay, John, you're an evil demon dog. As you wish, my lady Nebula. Did I upset my butler? I've never seen him so downcast. Oh, I guess because he brought me that dog to cheer me up. But I'm on a mission. He is usually so calm that he can appear emotionless, like a soldier. Well, I should probably show more respect for his efforts, but that will have to wait until tomorrow. Later that evening, Sylvia was sitting in her bedroom reading Hans' diary. Meanwhile, her chambermaid, Willow, helped her prepare for bed. She brushed Sylvia's hair in silence, her face expressionless. Sylvia didn't usually chat with her much. While Willow may be shy and timid, she is a good listener. Her skin is so pale that it appears almost blue, setting her apart from other commoners. She may have experienced hard times before she began working at the Nebula estate. My father told me, okay, we read this stuff. Gilbert, for example, okay. Matthew as a puppet, like, okay. There must be something more significant than a birth defect, however, okay. Of course, it's just his personal diary. I don't know what I'll find in it. She turned to the next few pages. Look how Willow hand right there. As a true noble should be, Hans was versatile, but I am surprised to learn that he was interested in mysticism. Now, what is this language? She stared at the page for a few seconds. Wait a minute. How do I know these words were about mysticism in the first place? She tried to read fluently without recognizing the letters, and it worked. She could understand a language she could have never seen before, but it didn't take long for exhaustion to set in. I won't be able to read all this today, but I'll try at least to make a start. Which topic should I read about? Oh, snaps. Read about Hans' funeral. Read about the pinned letter. There's no emotions behind this. Okay, read about the decision. What's this pinned letter? Let's start there. Oh, it's my letter to Hans. I didn't know he had kept it all this time. How sweet. You gained some joy. Dear Hans Nebula, I am deeply touched by your generous gifts and your concerns for my family's well-being. I also have received your invitation to the Nebula's family birthday ball. I gladly accept your invitation and will be there. I am waiting for our meeting with bated breath. Signed, Sylvia Nova. Nova, huh? Isn't Nova a star? The name of my family. They bring back memories, and not all of them are good. Sylvia turned the letter over to her in her hands, descending into memories. They let me leave. Otherwise, I wouldn't be living here as part of the Nebula family. Anyway, the past is the past. Hold on, there's something on the back of the letter. Tame her or you won't be able to pass the doors of the void. Ooh! You gained some fear. I knew it was a deal. I'm not sure what that means, but it gives me the shivers. It gave her the heebie-jeebies. Would Hans listen to such advice? Did I really know my husband? Have I been tamed? Who wrote that anyway? Ugh, too many questions. Yawn, that's enough for today. Dang it, I want to read more. I'll give it another try tomorrow. Sylvia was so engrossed in her reading that forgot about Willow, who was now finished with her hair. She closed the diary and turned to her chambermaid. That's enough reading, Willow. Now, I really must sleep. Thank you for your care. You may go. It was no trouble, my lady. Good night. Good night, Willow. I like Willow. She ain't do much, but I like her character for whatever reason. I must sleep now to gain the energy I will need to continue uncovering the truth tomorrow. She put the diary down on the nightstand and fell into her bed. Ugh, that was a tough day. She hugged her pillow and started to drift off to sleep. She glanced at their family portrait before closing her eyes. You have certainly caused me a lot of trouble, Hans. I should never have agreed to marry you. What was that? Exhausted, she quickly fell asleep. But in the dead of night, Sylvia opened her eyes. Are we going to see him again? Is he going to look different? To find herself floating in outer space, stars surrounded her. In the distance, two black holes were spinning around each other. Where am I? Is this a dream? Yeah, this must be a dream. It can't possibly be real. Welcome to my humble world, darling. That voice? Is it possible? Is this the same dead ending? No, darling, you're wrong. I prefer to call it change, but that's not accurate. Okay. Oh, I got the death of overwhelmed heart again. I went back to my email because, like I said, the developer did give me some tips into the game, and seeing that I got the same ending twice, I did go back in to see, if I missed anything, especially playing on my own, because I wanted to at least get the experience for my own before I started doing too many tips and tricks. So this time I'm going to read about the Ascension. Erie Nebula was the first ancestor from the Nebula family to ascend. To access the void, one must reject one's flesh, one's wealth, one's feelings. Okay. To ascend, one must give up those ones hold dear. Although to become truly ascended, one must bring a victim. Oh no. Oh wait. There's a note in the common language on the corner of this page. Han's handwriting. I must avoid that condition. I mustn't involve anyone but myself. That feels like an excuse. I can't trust these words. Anyway, I want to know more. The ascend become the source of power for the family. Being above the sky in a deep, cold void. Here are some of his notes. The term void in old text usually refers to what is now known as the astral world, the place between the dream and the physical world. In fact, with the proper magnifying tools, one can see a distant reflection of the astral world in the night sky, because all those shining shards in the sky aren't stars at all. Whoa, that's a lot of mysticism. Could that really be true? Your relationship with unknown increased. I wish I could ask him about it in person, but I definitely need to find out more. Perhaps I should think about asking someone. Yawns, that's enough for today. I'll give it another try tomorrow. Sylvia was so engrossed in the reading that she forgot Willow, who was now finished with her hair. She closed the diary and turned to her chambermaid. My Willow P. That's enough reading. I must get sleep. Thank you for your care. You may go. It was no trouble, my lady. Good night. Good night, Willow. She glanced at the family portrait before closing her eyes. You have certainly caused me a lot of trouble, Hans. I should never have agreed to marry you. Okay, now I can see it again. She looked like a flower and he looked like an octopus. He kind of looked like what he looks like in the little dream state thing she was in. Okay, she fell asleep. Oh, look. I must... I can ask him with joy. Okay, so things change. Things change. Hold on. I must tread carefully. My life is on the line. Ask about his decision. Ask about his murder. Is it really Hans? Okay, let me see. How can I join you? Recognize him as Hans. You're not my husband. I must run. Okay, we're not gonna do I must run. We already know what's gonna happen if we run. I don't have a response. This emotion doesn't change the outcome. I don't have a response for this. Did Balthazar kill you? Blame myself. Ooh, see, that's what I want to know, because that's what I feel like, and I also feel like I should save. Hold on. I want to act, did Balthazar kill you? But I also want to say you're not my husband. You're not my husband. Hopefully, you're not my husband. I never cared for him that much anyway. I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? She gave that vibe. I'm so glad I looked at the vibe and not did what I wanted because of the sake of the story. I want to be my character. That's what I try to do. I try to step into my character eyes and try to figure out what they want to do. I never cared for him. Okay, in fact, we were practically strangers. Figured, oh, how sweet. Then how did you end up marrying him? Tell him your story. Don't share your story. Should I tell him? Ooh, no, tell him. I want to know her story. It's simple, really. All I wanted was to escape from my parents' home. That's it? Was your motivation so banal? Banal? Well, it was, and it wasn't. My parents have been cold towards me since I was very young. As I grew older, I realized that they were afraid of me. Ooh, did you ever think you might have been adopted? She was a star. Yes, I did. So I decided to keep my truth hidden from society, whatever it may be. The marriage proposal was an opportunity for my parents to remove such an untrustworthy descendant from my family. Do you used to believe you have ignoble origins? Not at all. I feel like I'm a noble anyway, just not one who came from my parents. Okay. It seems like you know more than I do. Would you tell me the truth? Well, only partly and only later. I presume you still remember how to use your noble powers. It's natural for each noble. The only question is when their powers will awaken. You have a great gift, the power to control others with your emotion. My powers. Somehow, he knows about my control of emotion. Did he just know I could do that all this time, or is it somehow able to feel it? I see it in your eyes. You're already playing with your powers. Good. The faster you learn to use that gift. Is this Balthazar? The safer you and your surroundings will be. Otherwise, your emotions will control you. Have you ever felt overfilled with emotion? You could call that state emotional madness. When you can't control yourself and emotion takes over, that leads to choices which you would never choose with a cool head. So don't forget to release your emotions from time to time, even though it might not suit your plans. But that's not the only way to control them. You will discover more, and I will help you with that. Discard the ones that don't serve you and combine the important ones. Experiment. With my help, you will soon discover more about yourself. That scared me. A loud word swept through the void. He looked around, his face suddenly anxious. Our time is up for tonight, darling. Oh, and one more thing. Do not trust anyone on the estate. Not even Gilbert? Especially not Vivian. From now on, I am the only one you can trust. Oh no. But wait. What's this ending? The end of the demo. We hope you liked it. All right, okay. Okay, I'm satisfied with that one. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. I did, like I said, I went back in with the tips that the developer did leave me, and I'm glad that I did, because I was going to leave it up to y'all to find out some more stuff on your own. But I'm glad that I did go back in and play, you know, the way the developer left the tips as. What I can say is that this is very interesting. I do like how the creator went about this, and I love the mystery behind it, because it's kind of like, I don't know if we're good or bad. Honestly, seeing that she was a star, I feel like they did something to protect space or the dream state, or it's kind of interesting, like I stated before, how she wanted to get out of her family because they saw her as untrustworthy, I'm guessing. Like, I want to know, what does she do, or what is she? Like, based off the thumbnail of the game page, she's clearly something. But I just want to know, how does this all going to evolve over time with each other? Because what's going on with the creepy Sally Sarah John dog? Like, what is he? What is the deal that was created, even though the deal is very much subtle, but I got that sense that it was a deal made underneath the table. But was the deal with Sylvia and Hans, or was it Sylvia's parents and Han? Because who left that note behind, like that little extra note behind the little decision thing, you know? I mean, not the decision thing, the love letter. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of questions, and that's what you want from a demo. You want a lot of questions so you can go back in and get those answers. But I'm just like, I want to go back in and get different possibilities. There are 4 death endings, or I should not necessarily say death endings, but 4 different endings you can get. And obviously you can also go in and, you know, get different scenarios and answers opposite of what I did, to see what other outcome may come in by the end of the demo. Child, I can't talk. I can't talk. But if y'all want to check that out, definitely check it out. It is on Steam. Look up Starcult, play it. Let me comment down below, because I would love to see it. Like, I do want to go back in myself to get different scenarios, but I don't want to spoil it all for y'all. I want y'all to have the room to go in there and figure it out yourselves, you know? I feel like it has some potential over in my heart, you know? Because I have a lot of questions. Like I said, it's a mystery, and I want to solve it. And I want to make sure when I solve it, my choices actually make sense, and I get the best possible outcome. But yeah, that was the demo of Starcult. Thank you, developer, for letting me get an early access to this and play it for my viewers. And I hope you all play it as well, like I stated. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up right there. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. And once again, I just want to apologize. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Your girl is excited, and a lot. I just couldn't wait to get into it. And you know, I made mistakes on my part, but I hope this was still enjoyable for you all. All right, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.